All right, hey there, this is Jacob, and this is the weekly Cryptohopper cryptocurrency trading bot review. I haven't been doing a lot of active trading because I got started with something of a dream job for me. I'm working with Token Agency, as doing some business development, helping in the ICO space for some high-profile clients, doing initial coin offerings. So really excited, but really busy as well. So haven't been doing much active trading. I do want to report in on the configuration that I spoke about last week, show you the results. So let's go ahead and do a review of that real quick. And then I'll give you my opinion on this configuration and why or why not to apply it. So this is using the GDAX USD Hopper settings. I tweaked them slightly from the default, but I'm trading just Bitcoin against the US dollar as the base currency. And I'm using the multiple TA factors. The percentage profit is set at 5%, but that is canceled out by selecting this one using trailing stop loss only. I have the ARM trailing stop loss set at 3%, so it needs to hit at least a 3% profit on the position. And then we'll sell anytime that it drops down 2.5% from that. So most of these sale positions, you know, gain, well, at a minimum, you cover your fees of 0.5%, but most of them with Bitcoin's runs will get probably an average of 4%. We can look at them here in a moment and see, get an idea of what we were looking at. One thing I noticed with trading on GDAX is that the positions you're forced to buy, the default positions, are large. I couldn't figure it out for a while, like why, the amount that I had allocated and the percentage, I was like, why is it buying such big positions? I wanted it to buy, $50 positions, but apparently it buys just a minimum of 0.01 BTC, which at current prices, it's like $170 per position. So if you want to use this strategy effectively, it's good to have a good amount of cash available to do that so that you don't fill up your positions up at the top of the arc and then don't have available cash for as it's dipping to buy those dips. So that's one caveat I'd say with this setting. I'll show you some of the trade history from this week to give you an idea of some of the profit on each of the individual positions. So yeah, we're looking at, somewhere in the 2% range on those. We'll sort it by result if I can here. It's slow to load whenever I'm using this. And then other times, around 5% to 3. There's one that's 6.75, 5%, 7%, 5%, 4-ish. So it's hitting on average. What was this one? Why did that one sell at a negative? That's interesting. Really, it shouldn't do that with this configuration, but sometimes the speed of the hopper may affect that. So it looks like it sold one position at a loss. The rest were all gain, as you would expect with Bitcoin going up overall. And if you hang with it through the dips and then the recoveries, then all of those positions should sell and profit. And it looks like the averages there are, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6%, not much more than that. Yeah, but here's the thing to look at overall. How does it compare to just buying and holding Bitcoin? 15.81% compared to 20.45%. Doesn't win. So the place you could use it would be if you just had cash. So what I wouldn't do is sell any of your Bitcoin position to use this strategy because you're going to lose Bitcoin in that process. You're gonna basically be trading it for dollars. But if you had dollars and you were looking to test this configuration, not so much to build your Bitcoin position, but simply to use Bitcoin's upward trajectory to make some gains, that's not bad, so that's a way that you could use this. Again, if you're going to use this strategy, keep in mind that you need to have enough cash in there to liquid for it to be able to still have money to buy positions when it's dipping. Otherwise, the strategy isn't going to work as well for you. And bearing in mind that the minimum position this allows you to buy with this particular exchange with GDAX is 0.01 Bitcoin. So as the price of Bitcoin goes up, the actual dollar amount of that is going to go up as well. So factor in those variables. If that makes sense for you, go for it. I turned it off. It's doesn't match the strategy I want. I want to build basically find a strategy to build a Bitcoin position or a USD return that's higher than buying and holding Bitcoin. That would also be favorable. But I don't think I have enough liquid cash in here to do that. So that said, next updates that I'm excited about with this that I'll test. One would be that if you're okay with trading Tether, which I'm mixed on, then you could experiment with using a very similar configuration to this, but using a Bittrex or Poloniex hopper against Tether. Does Poloniex even use Tether? I don't know. I'm on Bittrex when I do that. And trade something like Monero or a Misego or something that has a lot more up and down movement and is going to move with, inverse to Bitcoin's movement when it's going on a rally, where you can be accumulating on the way down and then it can sell those positions on the recovery. I think that'd be an interesting strategy. I talked with the Cryptohopper team. They used this same strategy and got very similar results to me. They're going to be testing some of the USDT, the Tether, against coins. I'm going to let them try that before I do. If that ends up working out well, I may test that out myself as well, and I can report on that. But I think the strongest strategy is going to be they are rebuilding this Cryptohopper to do live trading. If you've noticed right now, based on your subscription level, the Kangaroo subscription level, the Hopper runs every 2 minutes. And when you're configured for signals, that's sometimes not fast enough. Sometimes the coin is moving really quickly. And so they're rebuilding this to be able to do live trades. And when that's the case, I definitely will test that again because the biggest issue I had with signals was the speed of the Hopper didn't match the speed of the movement of the coin. So live trading could solve that. In other words, it can buy it right when the signal comes, and it can sell it quickly enough when the coin is dropping again. Because some of these signals are for a coin that's going to be pumping really quickly, and also oftentimes dropping, dumping just as quickly. Oh, there's a free signal for you. Buy XEL. Elastic. So that's what I'm thinking. I probably won't run this again until there's that update or I hear back from Cryptohopper on their Tether test with other coins, accumulating other coins and selling into Tether. When you want to get that back into dollars or to Bitcoin, obviously you need to use the Tether to buy that particular coin, then sell it back to Bitcoin. Then you could transfer that out to dollars if that's your end goal. But that's interesting, trading against Tether, because these coins against Bitcoin are almost always the weaker pair when Bitcoin is running, but it's not as dramatic against the dollar, which Tether could represent. So we'll see how that goes. I'll report back on that with what I hear from them. And we'll look out for live trading as the newest update. That's actually really exciting. I think that can make a big difference for the signals. Okay, yeah, any other thoughts or questions? Go ahead and leave a comment. If you're just seeing this as your first video in this series and you want to check this hopper out, you can click the affiliate link below. Also leave a link for Token Agency that I'm working for right now if you want to check that out. We're working with some high-profile ICOs. One that I can't mention yet, but that could be actually a good replacement for Tether because it will be backed by an actual physical commodity and not potentially imaginary dollars. All right, well, have a great week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye for now.